Hey, ladies and folks and gentlemen, today is Friday, September 8th, 2017. As usual, it's me, Jake, here every Friday to talk about some video game stuff that has been going on, and it's been a weird week. The first thing I want to talk about happened at PAX West 2017, which, if you were there and you said hi to me, thanks. It meant a lot. Nice to meet you. But Pete Hines went on record in a video interview talking about all the new Bethesda games, and then he went on to say that they still have one game in the pipeline coming out in 2017 that they haven't even announced yet. What? That kind of set the internet into a firestorm, but then he quickly walked it back, tweeting and replying to the video in question saying, don't take it seriously, it was just him rambling. I don't know why he's trying to walk that back, because I wonder what it actually is. What if it just turns out to be another mobile game and they saw people really flare up the hype train and now they're trying to scale back the excitement to avoid disappointment? Or maybe they are working on something and they just decided they're not announcing it in 2017 and they've moved it on and they don't want to talk about it yet. I don't know, but I really want to know what this mystery game is. How much you want to bet it's just going to be another version of Skyrim or like Fallout on the Switch, like that rumor? I don't know. But speaking of things that are coming to the Switch, and I never thought I would be excited about this in a million years, but Rockstar actually came out and announced that the rumors that we talked about a few weeks ago are true. LA Noire is getting a re-release on PS4 and Xbox One, 4K, cleaned up textures and graphics and stuff, but most notably, it's also going to be releasing on Nintendo Switch. We're also going to be getting some sort of little VR spin-off version of the game for HTC Vive, which is pretty nice. So we're getting 4 new versions of LA Noire. It's dropping November 14th, and I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting, number one, because they're giving new life to a game in 2011 that maybe not enough people played. It wasn't like the biggest smash hit for Rockstar, but it's definitely a unique and interesting game. I'm curious to see how it ages, though, because I did fire up the PC version not too long ago. It does still look decent, but not quite right. And honestly, I am really curious to see how this thing runs on the Switch. It is a game from 2011, but the Switch isn't that powerful, but it does kind of make sense for a handheld. I would play it there. But speaking of things that you may or may not buy, and you may also spend a lot of time getting angry about, Destiny 2's DLC plans are starting to roll out. We're starting to get an idea of what the first expansion is going to be thanks to a posting on Xbox. This first new batch of Destiny 2 content is going to be called Curse of Osiris. Apparently it's going to take place on Mercury. It's going to add a new zone called the Infinite Forest, which there will probably be a patrol there. There's going to be new adventures, new story missions that are going to focus more around the story of Ikora. So that's a thing. If you're playing Destiny 2, you're probably enjoying your time. If you're not, you're probably not a fan of the game. It's just how it goes. We put it before you buy up. So just go check it out and let me know what you think, because everyone here at gameranx is playing Destiny, so I'm kind of surrounded by the hype. I want to hear what other people are thinking. But in other news, American McGee took to Twitter to say that he is working on pitching a new Alice game. As someone who was a fan of the first two, especially the first one, this is cool, surprise, nice little news. I do like the way he did it with the posting and everything. He's saying that, hey, he's working on a proposal to literally bring to EA and to see if they approve it, and he's just trying to kind of generate interest to show EA that people want a new Alice game. And I think that's a very interesting direction. It's a very transparent one, so I'll give him props for that. But somebody I do want to give props to is the fact we talk about it. You can run Doom on basically anything. People have had Doom running on their car dashboard, smartwatches. I got Doom running on an iPod when I was a teenager, and now some dude is playing Doom with toasters. So they're not running on a toaster, but he's playing the game with toasters, and it is a sight to behold. Thanks to one of you guys out there on Twitter for recommending this to me. You know, every week we like to show crazy, weird things people do with games. I linked it below, as well as everything else we talk about this week. There's a brave little toaster joke in there somewhere. No one's gonna get that.
No, definitely not.
Something I think is really important to talk about. It's a weird week, but we have to talk about Super Mario for a second. Or as myself and many people in New York like to call him, Mario. This may come as a surprise to some of you. This is a very big deal, but Nintendo has went on record to officially confirm that Mario is no longer a plumber.
Nintendo actually came out and made a press statement.
Yeah, according to a character profile on Nintendo's Japanese website, Mario is listed as a former plumber. I'm sorry, hello? Former plumber. You know who else is a former plumber? My stepdad.
Has he been keeping up the job of just like plumbing?
I would assume no.
Like,
the dude
where does he find time between all his sports and his racing and his
partying?
Where does
he goes to space. He goes.
Out with Sonic?
He goes to the Olympics every year, or every year the Olympics is. It's like saying Jesus wasn't a carpenter. And also a quick update, very small, on Borderlands 3, since people do always ask me. The thing that really went down this week was at PAX, Randy Pitchford went on record to say that 90% of Gearbox is working on that thing that you definitely want them to be working on. Now, he didn't say Borderlands 3 per se, but I think that and a bunch of job postings and him hinting at it multiple times before are pointing towards, yes, they're working on Borderlands 3. I've also heard some rumblings that they're working on a side Borderlands thing, but I don't know much about that. But in some other news that was kind of small, a little under the radar, but for me as a Resident Evil fan, it is a big deal. Capcom has announced that they are making a collected version of Resident Evil 7 called Gold Edition that packs in all the added later on content. But most importantly, they said that Chris Redfield free DLC, Not a Hero, is releasing in December alongside this. So that's good. We did get a new screenshot, and they still didn't fix Chris's face. I really want to know what the deal with that is. Maybe it's the story, I don't know. But they also followed up saying that pretty soon later on after that, they're going to be adding more story-based DLC, focusing on the character of Zoe, and it's going to be called End of Zoe. I don't really have a lot of interest in that, but I do want to see what Chris's deal is, so I will be checking that out. Something that is pretty exciting and also fascinating, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds has sold 10 million copies. They've just announced that. And that's a crazy number. Look at it this way. A lot of other games that sell that amount have to have a big name attached to it. It has to be an Elder Scrolls. It has to be a Super Mario something. It has to be a Grand Theft something. Here, it's just some random-ass PC game. And you know what? As someone who plays on PC and sees such a smash hit success on the PC, that's really cool. Also, at times, I think they have 1 million concurrent players. That is insane for a game like this. And you know what? I think it's well-deserved. Some people think the game's totally overhyped, but we have fun with it. And to celebrate that, just a little while ago, PlayerUnknown, the creator himself, did just announce that they're adding a fog weather effect, which, if you play the game, you know that is nightmares. Yeah, nope, no thank you. And since we don't give it enough love here, Rainbow Six Siege has really turned around since its original release. It's great now. It's got a great community, and Ubisoft has announced that they're committing to releasing 100 operators. 100 different playable characters for the game. They just announced 3 new ones as well to show that they are doing that, and I think if you're looking for a good game and a good community, you should check it out. No one paid me to say that, just saying it. I don't know if you guys caught this, but in an interview, the Pokemon Company CEO said that before the release of Nintendo Switch, he said to Nintendo that he didn't think it would be a success at all. I think that definitely explains why, as of right now, we only are just getting news of a Nintendo Switch Pokemon game. Because apparently the guy was not confident in it at all, but he did also say on record, obviously I was wrong, and yeah, you were, dude. But on the topic of Nintendo, one thing I wanted to show you quick, because people do great stuff, this is a PC version of Breath of the Wild, the game running on PC, and it's running at 60 FPS 4K. That's really, really impressive. If you have a minute, if you can watch it on your monitor, you should check it out because it makes Breath of the Wild look different and better. And also, I don't know if you guys see our glitch videos. We basically react to the glitches you send us. So as of right now, there's going to be a link down in the description, a forum to submit your entries. Right now, we're looking for glitches from Destiny or Ark Survival Evolved. So if you come across any of those, definitely send them our way so then you can get featured in a video. Also, you know, every single week we do a console giveaway. The way it works, there's a link in the description below, another link. You click it to sign up, you enter once, then you're entered for good. And then every single week, we close our eyes, go in, and randomly choose a winner to win a free console of their choice. And this week's winner is gonna be this cat right here. Be sure to keep an eye on your inbox, your spam box. We'll be getting in touch with you to figure out how we can send you your console. So congratulations, good job. Now we gotta talk about everything that's been going on this week. There's a lot of weird, interesting things. I think the biggest thing is Mario's not a plumber anymore, and we gotta talk about this. How do you feel? Are you okay? Are you holding up? Not only that, but how did you feel about L.A. Noire back when it came out? Are you willing to play it again? Or maybe you're the generation that didn't really get to play it. What do you think? And also, that weird Bethesda game, what do you think about that? You think it's just gonna be a little thing, a little fart in a wind, or something real deal? But we gotta talk about this stuff, so hit me up. I'll be down in the comments as much as I can talking to you guys, but if you got anything else for me at all, hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Jake Baldino. You can send me picture of your hot mom. Send me a picture of your game setup. Send me some hate mail. Whatever you want. Let's talk down there, anywhere. You guys know. Thank you so much for coming around every single week, every Friday. Clicking the like button does help us out. It lets me feed Andrew and Tom over here. But as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Pizza's on me.